Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So look at this beauty. It's the new Tecnifibre T-Fight 305 and it looks absolutely fantastic. The frame, look at that. It is gloss. So once again, after the great head gravities, we have here another glossy frame, and I hope more of the companies will follow the trend. So when you look at the racket, when you touch it, when you have it in your hand, what is new with the 305 gram version? It's kind of a breakthrough. It's a thing that it was inevitable to happen, and it's the greatest news for the Tecnifibre fans out there. Let's check the specs. So the 305 gram version is once again a 98-inch head size, so 630 square centimeters. The weight is 305 gram, of course, unstrung, but there is this huge change in balance. So instead of those crazy 325 millimeters, and somehow the weight also, not only it was 325, but it was really shifted more into the head. Now the balance is just 315, so that's a full 1 centimeter lower to the hand. And also the weight distribution is now more at this point, at the, let's say, section where is the throat and where begins the lower part of the head. So the manooovrlbity with this racket has increased dramatically. I mean, it's a completely different level. And I will just compare the specs, these specs of the 2025 generation, with the older ones, and also with the numbers that are on Tennis Warehouse website. So now this newest generation swing weight, according to Tennis Warehouse, should be 324. The previous generation on Tennis Warehouse had swing weight of 338. So that's a dramatic 14 points difference. But we all know that sometimes those numbers on Tennis Warehouse, you know, they're a little bit lied to us. You know, the swing weight is a little bit too much compared to the numbers that I get. So what I got from the previous generation with strings, of course 1.25, that's important to know, was swing weight of 331. So when you compare it to these numbers according to Tennis Warehouse, so that's a 7-point difference. But I am yet to make the quality control video. So I assume when I just grab the racket in my hand that, yeah, the 324 is possible, but it maybe it can be even lower. What is even more interesting is that the previous generation of T-Fight, the 305 RS version, I have measured a crazy number, 340 swing weight. So, you know, the 305 gram versions of the T-Fight were always almost unplayable for intermediate and even advanced players. So those rackets were almost always meant for like professionals, and still the maneuverability was very bad for those rackets. So now they make it very manageable, and I already hit with this racket and it's a joy, guys, it's a joy. So let's go for the other specs. So the RA with this frame is 63, or should be according to Tennis Warehouse 63. The previous generation had 64 RA, so now it should be even a little bit softer. And I tried my, bending test. I tried to bend the racket like this. I don't know if you will see it. I will try, but it really, once again, I can feel that I can bend this one. So it is flexible, it is comfortable. I think it was strung for my playtest with the razor coat soft, so it feels plush, nice, energetic, so the ball really flies nicely from this racket. It is really easy, just let the racket do the job, swing, nice full swing, or relaxed hand, and the racket works just marvelous. So the frame thickness is 22.5 millimeters. It's a constant thickness, constant beam. It's the same with the previous generation. There is now, as usual, the RS section. So the throat is shaped in this way, as you can see, and also the beam. So it has actually how many sides? So one side, second side, third side, fourth side, fifth side, 5 sides. It's a 5-sided, frame shape. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5-sided shape. So it's not let's say oval, but there is this shape that makes the racket in this section a little bit, let's say, more stiff, yet it feels plush and comfortable. So what also they did is that they thickened the beam in this section, so it is wider to generate even more free power. And I must say that compared to the previous generation, it is, I would say, maybe on the same level of power as I remember, but it is a lot easier to swing with. Now what is of course important is the string pattern. It is 18 by 19 as with the previous generation, so it is not, let's say, as dense as the 18 by 20 string patterns from some other of the rackets with more control in mind, but it's pretty, I would say it's pretty dense. The spin is good, is okay. It's not something that you will kind of feel that you are overspinning the ball, or that the ball is catching your arm and is dragging your arm in a direction you don't want to, but the spin is there when you want it, how much you want it, so you can really delicately focus on the play you want and just swing the racket hard and let it do its job. But that's not all. So I just want to briefly talk about the other models that are coming with this update, and there are also some changes and surprising ones. So for the 2025 generation, they completely skipped the 295 gram model, which is maybe a shame, but instead of that they have created 2 300 gram models, and you can choose whether you want a 98 or 100 square inches head size, which is fantastic. Now I don't know the specs for the other models, but I believe they also focus more on the hand heavy experience, so these rackets will be once again easier to hit with compared to the previous generations. For the big guys and advanced players, there will be of course the 315 gram version for with the 98 square inch head size, and there will be another 3 models for the 100 inches. There will be 285 gram model, 270 and 255 gram model. So in total we have 7 new T-Fights, or new, improved, and little bit with different specs, different weights. I believe there was the 280 gram version in the previous generation. Now it is no longer there, instead is there the 285. So there are these changes in the weights of some of the models, and I believe as what I have read also from the officials who sent me the email from the Tecnifibre, that they just want to catch up with the competition rackets, you know, from Wilson, Head, Yonex, that they are now also creating a more hand heavy, so head light tennis rackets for better maneuverability, because we all know that tennis is more intense, is faster, and also what has changed and what has developed into a new, a completely new kind of way how we play with the rackets are the strings, because the strings are now becoming more powerful, even more softer, so they can also change the specs of the rackets to really work hand in hand with the new string setup. So the weight of the frames is no longer that important like in the previous years and previous generation of tennis players, because the strings can do the job for you, and you just have to swing the racket fast, and you need to have the racket in your possession, in your control. So guys, that's it. So that's the new T-Fight series. I think it looks fantastic. It nicely fits, slides in your hand. The only down I would say that the bad thing once again about T-Fights, or in general with the Tecnifibre tennis rackets, is there is no removable butt cap, so you can customize the racket with lead or with some stuff you can put in the handle. It's a little bit of a bummer, but yeah, it's how it is. I don't know why they don't do it. Maybe they just don't want to people look in the handle. So I believe the new T-Fights are once again foam filled, so maybe there is even no place where to put anything inside, because there is also probably the foam here. So that's a little bit of disappointment, but once again the Isoflex technology is there, and the racket just plays nicely, easy, it's precise, it's powerful, it's very manageable, feel is there. So this will be a dark horse of the 2025 season in my opinion. Just great update, and I'm really happy that they made the frame glossy. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, you can support my channel very easily. You can become my member on a monthly basis. I just lower the price for a monthly membership, just $1 a month, and you will receive all of the videos I make in advance, or let's say you will see them first, and then they will be released publicly in a week. So there is this waiting time for the public release. Now for the non-members, I think it's pretty fair. So if you can support my channel, if you will support my channel, you will get the chance to see the videos as in the moment I press the release button. But other viewers will have to wait 1 week. Then there are the other 3 options. There is of course the super thanks button. If you click the super thanks, you can ask me a question, and the question will be answered, that's for sure. And then there is the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Of course, it's the same, and the PayPal, it's the same. If you donate something to me, there is the opportunity to write me a message, and I will answer the question. It is simple as that. When you give something to me, I give something back to you. And that's all for now. I thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis, and don't forget to enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!